Sorry about that. Camera died. Anyways, back onto the gun. Can't remember where I was on, so I'm just gonna start from something else. Um, so basically, to adjust the hop up, you pull the bolt back, which is kind of hard sometimes. Right there, you see the teeth. You have to get your hop up tool, which this gun didn't come with. I just so happened to have one of these. Put it into the teeth, and then you just adjust it. I think it's this way for more hop up, this way for less. But don't quote me on that because I don't really use KWA guns very often. The reason why I stay away from KWA guns is they're usually prone to a lot of issues because they often or not, they're usually shitty designs. There's a few guns that I've used that I haven't had issues with, but they were KSCs, so I had a KSC M11A1. That one worked really good with no issues, other than the bucking swelling up, but that was an easy fix. Then afterwards, the gun worked perfectly fine, like nothing ever happened to it. Another gun I had a KWA M9A3 which that one had a decent amount of issues. I could not get the gun working for the life of me. I still have this one. It's the KWA 1911. That gun, I've gotten replacement parts for it countless times. I've tried to narrow down the issue, and it still doesn't fire. Everything in it's practically still new, so the gun's just not cycling. I had another KSC G17, which did not fire either. It stopped cycling after the first day. It was new, completely new. Bought it from a store. It stopped working. I got rid of it. So I haven't really had a good track record with KWA guns. Out of like the 7 I've gotten, only 2 of them have worked right, or 3 of them. Because I had 2 M11s, those ones worked fine, and then I had a Chris Vector that worked alright too. And this one works good because this one's practically new. But I mean, from what I've noticed, most of their submachine gun designs are okay, like they're good designs. It's just their pistols that are shitty. Most of the times, what I've noticed. This gun fires really good though. The kick, it fires. It's loud. It's crisp. I would say the end is kind of like an amplifier because it's pretty wide and it kind of shoots out the sound a bit. Yeah, I don't know. There's really not much to say. It's a pretty simple gun. Other than that, the design. I think I was talking about how the internals looked alright. Like I said, the hammer is pretty strong. It's a big beefy piece of metal. I don't think that would break at all, to be honest, because it's pretty massive. The bolt, however, I kind of worry about because the KJ M4s had this issue where the bolt was a little fragile, so after a while the bolt would wear away. My bolt's starting to do that on my KJ M4 as well. So if you look in here, let me retract the stock or put the stock to the side. If you look inside right there, you'll see the bolt release is right there. Right there. That's the bolt release in there. And if you look, it's just a little piece that rests on the bolt. Let me see if I can get it to focus in on that little piece right there. Yeah, there you go. You can see that right there. So right in there. And the issue is the bolt is only aluminum, but the bolt release is steel. So every time you release the bolt like that, it puts a lot of stress on the bolt. And it's like hitting the slide release on a pistol. Eventually, if you've done that enough, you know that the slides kind of, instead of going straight down, they start to angle off a bit because it just can't take the stress of steel. But this one still has yet to do that. I mean, I haven't shot it like crazy yet, but you know, I'm sure eventually the bolt will wear away. Another issue is this gun shoots really hot for some reason. It's a submachine gun that shoots like at 380, 400 FPS. That causes issues because you can't use it in any type of CQB situation unless you buy the